may have been a week ago, but we're still not done with the spooky season. And Hannah recently took a trip to the supposedly haunted Orleans Inn on Cape Cod.
I have been so excited to see this. So she met up with paranormal investigator Adam Berry to take a stroll through the inn to connect with spirits. Watch.
Ghosts can be very scary, right? Because when you don't understand the activity that's happening around you, it can be frightening. But the thing is, we see ghosts as people who are just like you and me, who are in a different form.
Adam Berry is a paranormal investigator, educator, TV host, and now author, putting together the stories and lessons from nearly 2 decades.
Basically, I wanted to write a book about the paranormal, but I didn't want it just to be a bunch of scary stories, right? Those are fun, but we've learned so much from those that have passed on about what is to come and what might be next, right? And so I wanted to combine all of that to help us better understand our own grief when we've lost a loved one or our mortality.
And you're helping so many people on both sides. On both sides.
And that's the key. It's not just helping the living with their haunting, it's helping those that have passed on. It's really, you're absolutely right, it's helping the living and the dead sort of continue together cohesively.
And so we're here at the Orleans Inn, the most haunted inn building on the Cape.
Yeah.
What is the history here? Why? Who is here? Why are they here?
Look at it. I mean, it is a grand example of old Cape Cod. It's beautiful, and I think the ghost of Hannah, they say, roams around the building. There is a ghost of a bartender. Between rooms 4 and 5 is very haunted.
It was then time to try to meet Hannah and the other spirits at the inn.
Whoever's here with us, who is non-living, you're hard to see, you're hard to hear. This is my friend Hannah. These things that we're using are just the easiest way. They're inventions, right, that you may be unfamiliar with, and it's the easiest way for us to interact with you. Did you work here? What would you like to ask?
William was up here earlier with a camera, and we hadn't explained what we were doing, so maybe that was scary. So did you see a man with a camera earlier and not know who that was?
Oh, holy that's getting activity. Now tell me the story. What happened again?
William, our photographer here, came up with a camera on a gimbal just to get some shots of the inn, and it was locked off to shoot down the hallway, and it fell over.
With this going off all at once is a big deal for me. I think they were acknowledging what you were saying, like, oh yeah, it did happen, or I didn't know who he was, or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's see if they talk back. Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you for doing that. I'm assuming you're Fred. We're going to still listen. Can you hear yourself? Because I asked you to make the lights go off if you could hear yourself in this recorder, and it just did.
Fred was a bartender at the inn in the 1950s, and he met an unfortunate end in the cupola. Our next stop.
How long did you work here, Fred?
That's something answering.
How long did you work here, Fred? Are there others that
30 years?
Technically, you were here when this place was a brothel.
Am I making myself hear yes, or did I hear yes?
Girl, I'm there on the same page.
Yes. I think it's yes.
Yes, a brothel. He goes, yes, a brothel.
Oh, you hear yes, a brothel?
I think yes, a brothel. We always close an investigation, though. Always. With just saying thanks. So thank you for allowing us to talk to you, and I hope to come back soon and get to know a little bit more about you.
Thank you for inviting us into your space.